Hi, one Malibu Sean Bateman here, and well, to all you people who have seen the new Batman and Superman film called Batman vs. Superman Dawn of Justice, you see, I agree with you that about most of you, about Jesse Eisenberg who played Lex Luthor. You see, to me, you have to have that kind of style to be Lex Luthor and have that presence. A guy almost like the body type like Bruce Wayne, but bald and kind of that have that mean streak that wants to take over the world and thinking on how to kill Superman. That every superhero tried to do. But Jesse Eisenberg, he's a skinny guy, maybe about late 20s, early 30s. And his presence for being Lex Luthor doesn't impress me. Oh, but he plays Lex Jr. Yeah. And he is no Lex Luthor. You see, you have to have someone who knows how to play a regalness of being a villain. You have to look at the James Bond villains. Hell, Sean Bean, who appeared in the Lord of the Rings, he is has that presence to be Lex Luthor. While Jesse Eisenberg, he has that nice, wiry body type. So you know what? Why not make him into probably get him play Captain Cold, or maybe the Joker, or maybe hell, the Riddler, because you have to think of all those different villains that fits for his body type. That's what you have to do for an act character, but not make them fit that character. For excited about my cough, and well, to me, I want to see someone who can actually be an American version of a James Bond villain. Which most of the villains in James Bond films are actually either British, Scottish, or even Irish. And hell, Sean Bean played a Bond villain. So technically, that's a match right there. So you have to think about those X factors. You have to pay attention to some other franchises that you have to put that actor as the character you're trying to find. And like I said, Sean Bean, he's my candidate to play the Lex Luthor Jr. And have Gene Hackman come as a small cameo, and introducing Bruce and Clark to a son, instead of how we got introduced him to Jesse Eisenberg's character version of Lex Luthor in that film. And hell, in every film, everyone's giving. Some people like that role, most others don't like it. To me, I don't like seeing Jesse Eisenberg in said comic book movie. You see, you have to have be a part of something first, as a part of geek culture, before getting into a comic book movie like Ryan Reynolds. To me, he has been in so many disappointing films for comic book nerds, and when Deadpool came out, everyone gave him, and hell, coming out in a little while, and I say about around October-ish, give or take a month, Benedict Cumberbatch, who plays Sherlock, is coming to making his mark into the Marvel comic cinema universe as playing Doctor Strange, and hell, he played Sherlock Holmes, which technically, and his fan base who loves him as Sherlock Holmes, and say, you know what, maybe wait until how good the trailer, see how good the trailer is. And also, you have to think about all the movies that you're trying to adapt. Hell, and to me, I like Transformer live action films, but it's more about the human characters, but not the Transformer characters. And same to G.I. Joe, it's not showing. And the G.I. Joe films, well, they fucked up on some key parts of the franchise, and that goes up, and that also goes for Street Fighter Legends of Chun-Li. I didn't ask for a one-off sequel, spin-off movie about Street Fighter, and also there's Jim and the Holograms, and well, I'm not gonna go talk to you people about that film because it's kind of embarrassing for that franchise. You see, some people are it wasn't. It had some nods to the animated series, but it wasn't based on the animated series. It had, instead of the 20-something or early 30-something or rather characters, they had Jim and the Holograms as teenagers, which, why? You have to think, and all the plot points of all the characters, and they switched, had a gender swap on one character, have another character as this character's son, have Jim and the Holograms live with Jim's aunt, and Starlight Records doesn't belong to Jim and her sister. That movie was one whole clusterfuck. So, to all you people out there who want to make a comic book movie or a movie based on an 80s cartoon, be faithful to the franchise. Don't make it your own version of it. And this is Malibu Sean Bateman signing off.